What is up, everyone? My name is Jonathan, and today we are doing another Adobe Illustrator tutorial. We are going to be making a abstract background. If you like this video, if you like other videos like this, make sure to check out what I have in the description below. Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel for more content like what is about to happen. Without further ado, let's get started. So we are in Adobe Illustrator. I have already set this up. This is just a 1920 by 1080 artboard. I have the gradient we will be using. It is right here, conveniently located. Feel free to pause and copy these down and make this gradient right here. This one's at 0, this one's at 80, and this is at 100%. All of this is in the description below. First things first, we're going to create our background. So select the rectangle tool right here. All of our hotkeys and all the keys I press should be down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen for your convenience. Let's create this background. Layer, color, shape, and that looks good. Well, make sure your gradient looks something like this, or make your gradient whatever colors you want. And now we're going to make the line tool. And we are going to make a whole bunch of lines. Let's make sure this line is what we want. So we want this line to have the same gradient as this, just for convenience, I suppose. So we're gonna make this like a 3-ish or so, give or take. You can make it whatever you want, whatever looks best for your situation. Now we're gonna make a whole bunch of lines. Try and fill in the space here. I'm gonna back out some here, holding Alt and then using the scroll wheel on the mouse to zoom out. This way, all of the colors in the gradient aren't exactly the same, because if you make all the lines in the exact same spot, then they will all have the same colors in the same spot. So we'll make a whole bunch of these quite a bit longer, a little bit shorter. We're going to move all these together here in just a second. So if you like this video, if you like other Adobe Illustrator tutorials, check out the links in the description below. I have more things there, as well as all of my social media stuff. If you feel so inclined to follow me there, I post things there from time to time. I forgot to make one very important step. Select the background, hit Control-2, and that will lock your background. You can no longer click or select your background. Whew, almost forgot to do that. That would have been terrible. Not really, it would have just made things a lot harder to do. So move these all in a little closer so they're a little more uniform, I guess. Not really, but there's not so many gaps. We don't want no gaps. Not as many gaps as what we have anyways. Excuse me. All right, now let's bunch these up a little bit more. Okay, so now what we're going to do is now we're going to hit Control-C, Control-Shift-V, and that will paste in place. If you just hit Control-V, then it just puts it way over here, and that's not as convenient as hitting Control-Shift-V and it puts it right there, which is where we're working, which makes sense. Well, I think it makes sense anyways. You don't have to think it makes sense. Now we're going to select all of these to make a bigger selection so that we can do this a whole lot faster than what we were doing it. And that looks good for there. Let's go this way. Whoops. There we go. Now, sometimes your fingers will get twisted when you're making such so many quick selections. At least for me, that happens to me. It might not happen to you. You might be more experienced than me. So now I'm going to select a different selection for making another row, if you will. And now we're going to do the same thing all the way down to here. And we're going to put one right here. Yeah. Gives it some depth. Yeah, I like it. I think that looks good. Click on your shape tool there. Create another shape over this one. Let's start down. Let's try starting down here in this corner. Whew, my goodness. Okay, we don't want a gradient. We want this to be a shape. And now hit V for your selection tool. Select all of these things, not that one. Right click, create clipping mask, and that will erase everything. It doesn't erase it, it's still there. You can still select stuff out here if you so want to do that. That way it keeps it a little more editable. But that is it for today. That is your abstract background. Put whatever text you would like over here on the blank space, because that's where it makes most sense to put it, or you can put it over here and you'll never be able to see it. Anyways, if you found value in this video, make sure to subscribe for more content similar to this, like this. Give this video a like. We will see you in the next one.